All right, as a recap, chapters 29 and 30, they were still being chased by the Cloud Men. In chapter 30, they dumped a huge waterfall of water on them. However, they still survived. Centipede got all the paint off of him, so he's not all sticky and hard. And they're continuing on their journey. Chapter 31. How fast are we going all of a sudden? The ladybug said. I wonder why. Oh, I don't think the seagulls like this place any better than we do, James answered. I imagine they want to get out of it as soon as they can. They got a bad fright in the storm we've just been through. Faster and faster flew the seagulls, skimming across the sky at a tremendous pace, with the Peach trailing out behind them. Cloud after cloud went by on either side, all of them ghostly white in the moonlight. And several more times during the night the travelers caught glimpses of cloud-men, moving around on the tops of these clouds, working their sinister magic upon the world below. Once they passed a snow machine in operation, with the cloudmen turning the handle and a blizzard of snowflakes blowing out of the great funnel above. They saw the huge drums that were used for making thunder, and the cloudmen beating them furiously with long hammers. They saw the frost factories and the wind producers and the places where cyclones and tornadoes were manufactured and spinning down toward the earth. And once, deep in the hollow of a large billowy cloud, they spotted something that could only have been Cloudmen's city. There were caves everywhere running into the cloud, and at the entrance to the caves, the Cloudmen's wives were crouching over their little stoves with frying pans in their hands, frying snowballs for their husbands' suppers. And hundreds of Cloudmen's children were frisking about all over the place and shrieking with laughter and sliding down the billows of the cloud on toboggans like sleds. An hour later, just before dawn, the travelers heard the soft noise above their head, and they glanced up and saw an immense gray bat-like creature swooping down toward them out of the dark. It circled around and around the Peach, flapping its great wings slowly in the moonlight and staring at the travelers. Then it uttered a series of long, deep, melancholy cries and flew off again into the night. Boy, they just keep getting into trouble after trouble after trouble, problem after problem after problem. I wonder if this is going to be a problem. Oh, I do wish the morning would come, Miss Spider said, shivering all over. Oh, it won't be long now, James answered. Look, it's getting lighter over there already. They all sat in silence, watching the sun as it came up slowly over the rim of the horizon for a new day. So there's the big kind of crazy creature that just flew above them, but we don't really know what's going to happen. Chapter 32. And when the full daylight came, daylight, darkness, daylight, darkness, daylight. And when the full daylight came at last, they all got to their feet and stretched their poor cramped bodies, and then the centipede, who always seemed to see things first, shouted, Hey, look, there's land below. He's right, they cried, running to the edge of the Peach and peering over. Hooray, hooray! It looks like streets and houses, but how enormous it all is. A vast city, glistening in the early morning sunshine, lay spread out 3,000 feet below them. At the height, the cars were like little tiny beetles crawling along the streets, and people walking on the pavement looked no larger than teeny tiny grains of soot. But what tremendous tall buildings, exclaimed the ladybug. I've never seen anything like them before in England. Which town do you think this is? Oh, this couldn't possibly be England, said the old green grasshopper. Then where is it? Asked Miss Spider. Oh, you know what those buildings are. Where do you think they are? Big city? They went across the Atlantic from England. What's a very big city across the Atlantic? Jumping up and down with excitement. Those are skyscrapers. This must be America. And that, my friends, means that we have crossed the Atlantic Ocean overnight. You don't mean it's not possible. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. Ugh, I've always dreamed of going to America, cried the centipede. I have a friend once who. Oh, be quiet, said the earthworm. Who cares about your friend? The thing we've got to think about now is how on earth are we going to get down there? Yes, oh, ask James, said the ladybug. Oh, I don't think that should be very difficult. James told them. All we'll have to do is to cut loose a few seagulls, not too many, mind you, but just enough so that the others can quite keep us up in the air. Then down we shall go slowly and gently until we reach the ground. Centipede will bite through the strings for us one at a time. So they're going to bite the strings one at a time so that slowly the peach goes down. If they bit them all at once, falls down. That's it for chapters 31 and